Peter and I weren't overly satisfied with the investment advisor we had at the time. And so we were looking for somebody else. And so I asked Bev if she would take us on as her clients. And we've been with her now for just about 10 years. What we found since we started with Bev, which has served us really well, is over that 10-year period, sort of our needs have kind of changed. As Peter talked about, it was, at the beginning it was looking at how do we start planning for retirement. Then it was looking at, okay, we're now looking at retirement, so what do we need to do? And now we're kind of looking at, we have aging parents. So it wasn't all that long ago we were saying, oh, the good news is we have 4 parents. The bad news is we have all 4 parents, because we knew that we were going to lose them all at the same time. And there was going to be, and that was going to cause some hardship for us emotionally. But it was also then looking at, as funds get transferred, what do we do with those funds? How do we make the best use of that? And so we're now in the process of going through some of that. And also looking at, with our children who are now in their 20s and 30s, it's how do we pass some of that income on, and how do we get the right advice for them so that they can start out that much sooner than we did for making some investment planning. And so with Bev and her team expanding and changing some of their services and looking at how they meet everybody's family needs, not just individual needs, they're ready to step in for that. And that's really nice because our kids know we've had good service, so they feel comfortable coming to Bev and her team.
Yeah, I think it's the evolving, and that's the personal aspect when we first came here too. It was, you didn't want something standard because life changes, life circumstances change. And I think already in the space of a decade, Bev and her group, Ashley and Trish especially, have really helped us through some different circumstances as our life changes, which is encouraging going forward, I'd say.
And I think the other advantage is that Bev, with her scope of looking at the aging population, she's been able to help us and give us some advice and direction, not only with our financial planning, but also as we're dealing with elderly care, what are some of the things that we need to look at, some of the things we need to consider. And so that's really comforting too, because it's not until you get into those circumstances you start to look at what are the resources that are available to us. And she's been able to provide some direction in that way, which has been extremely helpful.